You know, they say all good things are free, or something like that. Well, I'm trying again. I've added more insulation to the card, and I'm actually using a different backplate now. This one might be slightly worse, but it does enable me to put insulation all over the back of the core, just in case that the other backplate with the armor flex on it was not enough. If you're wondering what it looked like, this is what it looked like. So there's some armor flex there that gets compressed. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that would be enough to insulate the card. I am not sure if I'm pretty sure the crash we had before was due to overheating memory. Especially the GPU-Z render test makes the memory chips very hot, like actually very, very hot. I can literally feel them cool down right now as I close the memory render test. But what I'm gonna do this time is just run Firestrike at stock and just see what it does. We're still trying higher vCore, so 1.4 volt set. After LLC and power plane resistances, you see what the core gets on the readout. And you can also, because the backplate is now no longer full, you can also see how it's very cold on the backside there. We are at, minus 48. So let's run Firestrike full stock. Let's do a full run. Why not? And let's see if it's actually just vCore that makes the card clock better. Or more like score better. So, run completed, and we are actually getting pretty much exactly what we should get. So 13.7K is what the card should do at stock clocks. I was taking a peek at the power consumption while it was running, and we were actually hitting 440 watts already, which, I mean, is obviously because we're running quite a lot of vCore. But yeah, so this, first of all, confirms that the card runs fine, and we're getting the proper score. As I said in the previous videos, I had quite a lot of problems with this card getting not proper scores on at ambient temperatures. But that seems to be not the case Sub Zero, because whenever it's not crashing Sub Zero, it's doing the proper score. So let's start GPU tweak. And let's put in an overclock. I'm putting in whatever worked last time. Let's actually make the memory a bit safe and not go full 8000 yet, because the memory chips might still be warm. Yeah. They're getting a little bit cold, but I'm gonna give them more time to chill down, so only 7800 for now. 1350 core worked last time with less voltage. 1400 crashed last time. So yeah, and the problem with this card is it has a cold boot bug, so once the card crashes, you're done. It does not boot back up until you warm it up above 0, and for that I have to turn the phase change off. All the ice that will have accumulated on the card will turn into water and drip down, and also the phase change does not like to be restarted very quickly after it was just used. So I have to wait like at least an hour after turning it off to turn it on again. Otherwise, it might not start correctly, like the compressor has startup issues. Okay. Yeah, we are definitely still in clock stretching territory, I think, because that is almost 16k. So I will be saving that one. You can see this 15131 was actually that one was actually at faster settings because we had the memory all the way up. But this was at the same core clock than that one. So that's pretty cool. Let's not overdo it quite a lot. Let's do 1375 first. I would hate to have it crash again. So I want to play things safe a little bit. If this passes, I'm gonna do a full Fire Strike normal run, so I can get a score for HW bot saved. Okay, we got our pass. That is not a whole lot of extra score, though. Is that actually lower than what we just had? That is lower than what we just had. That's a bit strange. Let's still go for the full Fire Strike clear, though. And just hope that the GPU score is still around 16k. Okay, that is mostly acceptable. Our score is very slightly the highest we've had yet. So let's also save that as... And I was taking a little peek at the power consumption while this was running, and we actually maxed at 480 watts already. Not that we're gonna make the next thing very much easier on the card, because we are going 1.45 volts on the E-power. And we're going for 1400 core. And if we check... Well, let's leave the memory at 7800 for now. Okay, we have a pass at 1400, and I just saw that in combined we hit 560 watts. Okay, the score's ever so slightly going up, but I think we actually need to increase our memory clock now, because it seems to be rather slow. So here goes, 4 GHz effective. And let's see what just those extra well, technically 50 megahertz memory do for us. Effective, it is 100, and in GPU-Z, in GPU tweak, it is 200, because for whatever reason Asus thought that not just showing effective clock is cool, it is actually showing twice effective clock. Okay, maybe we get a 16K now. I really hope we do. Yes, we do. Okay, we have broken 16,000. Okay, I guess at this point we keep going. I am still going a bit carefully. Well, 25 megahertz a time is not very careful, but I would have gone to 1450 normally. But since the card does have the cold boot bug, I do... Well, if 1450 doesn't work, then this still gives us a better score, is my reasoning behind this. Well, looks like the game's over. The card didn't even render a frame. We seem to be just gone. My monitor is saying no signal. Well, this is the point where I press the reset button, but given that it hasn't worked 3 times in the past, I don't think we will get a boot up now. And if we don't, then the session is over here. We do not get a signal, so the card is still in its cold boot bug, and I really should be modding the PAX rail for the next run. So, that marks the end of this benching session. We did break 16,000 GPU score, which is kind of a milestone that I set for myself. I still do want to eventually get to about 17,000, but that will need more tweaking, especially it will need the disabling of the cold boot bug, because I will need to massively increase our core clocks for that, and possibly even go over 4,000 effective on the memory, since I've seen some people in the ranking do that on the same Hynix chips, so we might have a chance to be able to do that. But for now, I'll call it quits here. We're turning everything off. And that will be it for this session. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye.